Let's go back to that idea of Seneca talking about how slave owners are slaves to their slaves. Seneca also talks about how basically all of us are slaves to something. He talks about this Roman general. He says, Marius commands these armies, but ambition commands Marius. He's talking about how we're all slaves to various things, urges, desires. A lot of us are slaves to habits or substances. There's a story I tell in Discipline is Destiny about the physicist, Richard Feynman. He's the middle of the day, he's running from one class to another, and he just feels this strong desire to get a drink. Why, he thinks? What's that about? Most of all, he's shocked by this feeling. Like, he's not an alcoholic exactly, but he just realizes in this moment the power that alcohol has over him. And he doesn't like it, and he sort of quits cold turkey. There's another story I tell about Eisenhower. Eisenhower is like a 4-pack-a-day smoker for most of his adult life, has a heart attack. His doctor tells him, you got to stop. So he says, I gave myself the order to quit smoking. And he does, right? It had been a 40-year habit, but his health was on the line. His ability to be of service was in jeopardy. He realized he was not in command. The habit was in command. So he put an end to that right then. He says the only way to stop is to stop. So he says, I stop. Look, no one can make you do this stuff. I think you want to be very suspicious and skeptical of anything that has that power over you. I once heard addiction described as when you lose the freedom to abstain. So when you have trouble, like Feynman did, of not doing a thing that you don't really need to do, that compulsion, that's what the Stoics want us to sort of see as like almost a cancer or a form of slavery, and to eradicate it, to get rid of it. And so as you go into spring, let's think about what we're hooked on. What do you like when you don't have that cup of coffee? What do you have trouble doing without? What is taking from you the freedom to not do it? And how can you reassert that freedom and power by deciding not to do it, by eliminating its power over you? And for some of us, that process is going to be more formal and serious than others. Sometimes, hey, I'm not going to buy that junk food anymore. I'm going to go to a meeting, or I'm going to start a treatment program. The specifics are for you. But I think spring is a great time to do a quick evaluation of what is in command, what is in control of us, what is taking our freedom, and decide to reassert that power and self-command.